So, good morning, fellas, folks, girls and guys. So we've been here a little over a week. But when you come into Vietnam, the food is great pretty much everywhere. It's very reasonable, very good. But I really wanted to chime in and let you guys know, if you're not used to sitting on hard stuff, bring a pillow for your butt. I know, crazy thing to talk about, right? But I'll tell you what, I got a sore behind. Everything is hard. Nothing. The softest thing you're gonna feel is the seat on the motorcycle. And there's certain places where you're riding, it don't seem too soft either. Having my morning G7 at the house. As far as their coffees that they sell in the market, they're instant type coffees, and I've had a bunch of them over the years. This is the G7 is the best one. It's the I buy it in the U.S. all the time, and I got hooked on it coming over here, and I used to bring it home with me, but now they sell it over there too. So it's really good stuff. And so that's all. I just want to touch base with y'all this morning a little bit on that. Enjoying myself so far. Hopefully, sometime in probably February of 2026, I'll get to come back over here for maybe a whole month then. Providing everything's, see a lot of bad things going on in the news, so hopefully I'll be able to come. Don't know for sure, but hopefully. Bottoms up on that. It's been good so far, and I really do appreciate you guys putting up with my crap for the whole 3 weeks. Not looking forward to going back to the U.S. to the grindstone. Over here, life is really, really simple. Once you have a place to live, and you work every day, but everybody here is, for the biggest part, happy. I'm sure there's people who are going through some things and they're not so happy. But the majority of them is, okay, I don't have a whole lot, but I'm happy with what I have, and maybe I'll be blessed with something else later on. So they've learned to accept life, but they still want better for themselves. They just learn to accept things kind of the way they are. They're hard-working people. They always make time for their family. They're very family-oriented. So here at the house, my sister-in-laws come up, and they all, the ones that are married to the brother-in-laws and the ones that are, sisters to my wife, they come every night, and they just kind of hang out and talk and lay around on the floor on pillows. They like I said, everything's hard here. They do have a pillow for their head. They don't have one for their butt. At any rate, it's so family oriented. Over the next couple of days, we hope to have dinner with the family, and maybe we'll get a couple shots of that here when all that starts. My wife is actually trying to cook today, or get everything prepared for hopefully Friday afternoon. So they're also superstitious. So I don't know anything about this, but my wife had surgery in the beginning of the year, and some of you know she had some, pretty dramatic things going on. And so she won't go to the cemetery to visit the grave of her mother and father because of the surgery. And it's some kind of superstition. So I don't really understand it. If any of you guys know what that's all about, that would definitely be appreciated for someone to explain it to me. So to me, I was like, what's the big deal? You healed up already. But apparently it's something in their culture that, they still pray every so many weeks or months. And as a matter of fact, we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of my wife's mother passing away. And, Friday they having, the priest is supposed to pray for the mother. In my religion, when you die, it's pretty much whatever happens is there. It's going to happen that way. But my wife is Catholic, and she's been taught this her whole life. And so they go through these sessions of prayer for their soul, I guess. I'm not sure. But if y'all leave something in the comments, I wouldn't mind finding out more about it. It's the superstitious, a lot of stuff superstitious. Praying for the ones who passed away and seeing butterflies, different stuff like that, all kinds of odd superstitions that go with, I guess, with their culture. Because even in the Catholic Church in the U.S., I don't hear about things that take place here. And I've been attending Catholic Church in the U.S. for 18 years, and I go to my actual, I'm non-denominational, which is pretty much way different, and in my opinion, way more fulfilling than the Catholic Church. But out of respect for what I told the priest I would do with my wife, and allowing her to keep on following her religious beliefs and what she was taught. And I try to teach her things that I believe about as well, because she only knows what they actually taught her. She can't comprehend some of the things that she's trying to read. So those are all questions I'd like to kind of have answered. And so if anybody would like to leave anything in the comments, that would be appreciated. Plus all your likes and follows, I appreciate, your subscribers or whatever to the channel. All that's appreciated too. And so I'll touch base with you later on. I'll see you next time.